creativity. We get free, be me, working effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Live, and love. In a God gonna dig big and trust. In a God gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. To the garden. Hey. Hi. Hi, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Garden of Good. I'm Amy Steinberg, and this is my home in Asheville, North Carolina, and we meet to creatively and consciously create our lives. Feeling it, imagining it, sensing it, just bringing in the energy of love into this space for this evening. I'm so glad to see you all. I really, really am. So today we're going to start with a little chant. I come from, I carry. So tonight we're going to be talking about family, and we're going to be talking about where we come from and what we carry forward. Yes? So here's a little chant, and I want you to think about what you might write in that space. I come from blank, I carry blank. But first we'll learn the melody. It goes like this. I come from power, I carry freedom. I come from power. 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 I carry freedom. Sing with me. I come from power. I carry freedom. 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 All right. So in the comments, how about we come up with some other lyrics? I come from. I carry. What comes through for you? Anything? Anybody? Where do you come from and what do you carry? Okay, I love it. Let's do I come from peace, I carry love. 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 I come from love, I carry heart. I come from love, I carry heart. Sing with me. I come from love, however you want to. I carry heart. I come from love, I carry heart. I come from music, I carry joy. 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 And love, let's do them all faster like this. I come from peace, I carry love. I come from heart, I carry love. I come from joy, I carry love. Whatever it is, I come from imagination, I carry play. I come from music, I carry joy. I come make it your own, however you want to do it. I come from peace, I carry love, I come from joy, I come from the top. Here we go. I come from power, I carry freedom. You got it. I come from power, I carry freedom. 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 And from this place, I want to pray us in for our time together today. I invite you to close your eyes if you'd like. Close your outer eyes, open your inner eyes, and just hear this prayer for you from me. Mother, Father, God, Great Spirit, Divine Love, we gather together tonight as family, not by blood, but by light. We open our hearts to remember that family can be chosen, cosmic, ancestral, and unseen. May this space be safe, soulful, and sweet. And may we see each other through the eyes of compassion, curiosity, and creative play. And so it is. Inhale, I belong. Exhale, we are one. Inhale, I belong. Exhale, we are one. So happy you're here. This is week 40 of the Garden of Good, and I like to give a little bit of a reminder of what we're doing here for those who might watch this recording later or stumble upon it. This is week 40. We've been doing this all year. The Garden of Good has been separated into 4 quarters: heart, mind, body, and soul. And we are in the very beginning of the soul quarter. Well, not really the very beginning anymore. We're already a couple of weeks in. And with each quarter, I've invited the Gardeners of Good to choose a root and a fruit, something you want to work on the inside and a goal on the outside. And it's important that we remember to be kind, to be open, to know that everything is your choice, what you want to do, and of course that it is confidential. Yes, I just like to curse, so I like to make sure that you know that you can curse as well. All right, a little tiny update from me to you about what I've been up to and what I can share with you about my roots and fruits. And then I want to hear if you have chosen a root and a fruit and if there's anything going on for you. So a big decision that I made last week was that my fruit for the final quarter of the Garden of Good is to kickstart a new CD. This is a really big decision, and it's a really big, scary thing. I've kickstarted about 5 records so far, and what it means is that I reach out to my friends, my fans, and my family, and I say, hey, I want to make new music. I need you to produce it for me. And basically what happens is you buy the music in advance. You know, my fans and my friends buy my music in advance. Sometimes they buy t-shirts or, you know, pieces of art in addition for an excuse to give a little more money. Sometimes people just give a little more money. And I haven't set my goal yet or my rewards yet, but this is a huge goal. And I'm going to be working with another group with it too. So I think that my root, which we were talking last week, and I told you that I thought my root was going to be self-esteem. I think that that's a really good root to have when you're doing something like this, because when you're reaching out and you're asking for help, you have to feel good about yourself. You have to feel like, you know what, I have something that people want more of. And I've written some really great songs for Ministar, and I'd love to hear them fully fleshed out and recorded with a producer. So that's what I'm doing. That's my root and my fruit. Also, another thing that's going on is I'm still in love with my puppy. So I wanted to share that. You know, actually, I was in my hot tub today and I came up with this I was thinking about the Garden of Good, and I've been really contemplating what I'm going to do next year. And it's been really interesting to have it separated into these 4 quarters, this heart, mind, body, soul. But I feel like it would be wonderful if every night in the Garden of Good, we touched upon the heart, mind, body, and soul. So I was like, heart, mind, body, soul. Heart, mind, body, soul. And I was like, oh, there's a little chair, there's a little chair movement we can put with this. So ready? So heart is like from the heart, like the heart, right? Mind is like massaging your head, your mind. Body is a hug, a self hug,
Nice.
swaying body. And then soul is prayer hands. Okay. So we're going to do it to a rhythm. Okay. And then we're going to add sort of um, the words I feel love, I think love, I am love, I give love. But first, we're going to do heart, mind, body, soul.
So,
Here, I'm going to mute you because then, there's no delay. I'm going to mute you. I asked you to unmute, but then I. Okay. Let's do it again. Heart, mind, body, soul. Heart, mind, body, soul. Once more, we go heart, mind, body, soul. Then we say, I feel love. I think love. I am love. I give love. I feel love. I think love. I am love. I give love. And there was this thing called the 1 minute miracle that I did years ago. And so I thought we could do this for a number of different qualities if you wanted to put anything in there. Um, what would you like to feel, think, be, embody, and give? Any doodle? So then I can give you a little talk. And this is the doodle that we're going to do. It's going to be a a an infinity sign, okay? And what you're going to do, it's going to be this sort of the theme of tonight is I come from and I carry. And where we start when we start our we're gonna go for the rainbow. You know I'm rainbow tastic all the time. So we're gonna start with red, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna show you. I'll hold it up because I don't have my camera the way I had it. But we're gonna start from the center because that's now. We're starting from the now moment, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. I come from. I carry. Right. I come from I carry. Sorry, that's not great. But you're just going to make one line in each color, and as you do it, starting in the center, as you do it, you're going to say aloud to yourself, I come from I carry, starting with a point in the middle. And you can, overlap them however you want, the orange, the red, the orange, you can make it go out with each color, make it stacked, or you can just go over it and sort of like make them kind of blend together. I come from, I carry, like for instance, like that. So it's red and then orange. And what you're doing is you're making an outline for you to decorate while I do my talk, because I always love for you to have a doodle to do while I'm doing a little talk for you. So from the yellow, I come from, I carry. And then we've got green. I come from, I carry. This one's a little bit more fun than my first one. Blue. I come from, I carry. It's like this loop, this like infinite loop of life. I come from, I carry. And purple. And you can add pink or black or brown or anything else you want to do. And even if you don't have color, you can always just do it with black and white, over and over again. I come from, I carry. And then with each color, as I'm talking, you can put dots if you want on each color. I like dots. I like lines. I like X's. I like O's. And so you'll trace around, like for instance, here's some lines on my orange and some dots on my red. And you'll just be thinking, I come from, I carry, as you listen to my talk about family. Okay? Do you all get the simple direction here? Just kind of doodling with our rainbow infinity. Okay. So here's my little teeny tiny talk. One of my favorite quotes is from George Burns. I love George Burns. I'm really, really into him lately. And I love this quote: happiness is having a large, loving, caring, close knit family in another city. Yeah, yeah. I come from, I carry. We're saying these words, we're breathing with them. I come from, I carry. That is sort of the vibe of the night and the vibe of this talk. And they're not just poetic prompts, they're like supposed to be spiritual portals that crack open a door in you to your legacy, to your lineage, and to your own light and what you carry. And in New Thought, I love, of course, I always love that Thomas Troward quote. We are not bound by precedent. In other words, we're not bound by the past. We're not victims of our family trees. I love what George Bernard Shaw, the playwright, wrote. He wrote, if you cannot get rid of the family skeleton, you may as well make it dance. I think that's cute because, yeah, we are not victims in New Thought. But we are shaped by our family tree. We are imprinted. We inherit things. We inherit things more than genetics. We inherit belief systems. We inherit patterns. We have dreams we inherit dreams left unfinished, right? Songs left unsung. When we have a parent that, really wanted to do something that we do, they kind of live vicariously through us and all of that. But I like to think of the DNA of spirit more than the DNA in our bones, and how that kind of, gosh, I hate to use this word, but trumps the other things. DNA, divine nature activated. How much do you love that? Divine nature activated. What if, this question is for you, our lineage is not just blood and bone, but blessing and becoming? I come from musicians and mystics. I carry rhythm and reverence. You might come from immigrants and innovators. You might carry grit and grace. You might come from silence, but you might carry songs that were not ever able to be sung. So there's a beautiful quote that says, we are the prayer of our ancestors, the ones who dared to dream us into being. But there's also another layer that we're also carrying things that might not belong to us anymore. We already talked about forgiveness tonight. So we have old grief, old shame, old generational patterns, scarcity, silence, playing small. So tonight we ask, why am I still carrying what doesn't serve the garden of my soul? And what is ready to blossom now as I say yes to the light within? One of the most common quotes we hear in New Thought is from Ernest Holmes when he said, there's a power in the universe greater than you, and you can use it, right? But I want to kind of flip that a little bit tonight to, there is a power in the universe greater than you, and it is using you to heal a whole line of people. When you create, you not only liberate yourself, you liberate the ones who couldn't. When you speak up, you set the ones who were silenced free. And when you love yourself, you love backwards through time, through generations. We've done some generational work in Ocala with John Moore. It's very powerful stuff. This is the garden of good after all, so let's get a little earthy. Some seeds are planted in your soil before you're even born, but you are the gardener now. You get to decide, what do I want to water, or what do I want to prune? What do I compost into wisdom? Maybe your mom never said, I love you. I didn't have a very, you know, I can't say my mother wasn't loving, because she was, but she wasn't super touchy feely and, come here, baby. She wasn't like that. She wasn't like nurturing that way. But I can do that for my own inner child today. You can water the parts of you that weren't watered. Maybe your grandfather was a secret artist and never picked up a brush. Maybe you paint the dreams that he never gave himself permission to try. You're not just the flower, you're the root worker, you're the sunlight, you're the storm, you're the miracle. One more time, I wanted to give a shout out for my Kickstart, which is going to start this Saturday. Okay. It's going to be a 60-day Kickstarter. So I will have 60 days to reach my goal, which currently, right now, in my head, the number that's coming to me, it's a big number. It's $22,000. And this is why. It's going to cost about $12,000 to just record it and master it, right? So just recording and mastering. But I want a chunk of change to be able to promote it. So I want to spend about $5,000 on like a 2 to 3 month promotion, meaning it will be reviewed in magazines, it will be out there, but I have to spend the money for it. That's what record companies spend the money on, is the marketing. And I've never done it before, but I'm just trusting that this is going to be such a badass album in connection with my show Ministar. So some of the songs that will be on there are Room of Possibility, Mirror on the Door, Witness. Sometimes all I need is for a witness. I get a witness. I'm excited about that one. I'm excited about a song about New York City that I wrote. Take me to the bright lights. It's going to be good. So imagine that you're going to be kickstarting me within the next 60 days. There will be tiers of offerings. Like you can just give $10 for a digital download in advance. You could give $50 for like a t-shirt and a sticker. And, I haven't figured out all the tiers, but it's so fun. It's so fucking scary. Every time I've done it, it is like the last minute I'm skidding into to the finish line. There's been times where I'm like, call my brother, be like, hey man, would you just kickstart that last $1,000 for me, so I can reach my goal? Because if I don't reach my goal, I don't get any of the money. So when you kickstart me, actually money doesn't come out until I reach my goal, like until the end of the 60 days. So I figured another thing that I'm doing that I didn't share exactly about is I'm doing this thing. I'm a part of a test group called Whatever It Takes. It's going to be, they're trying to do like a Netflix show where it's going to be like 30-day goals, whatever it takes. And it's a 30-day goal, but I'm doing a 60-day Kickstarter. So my goal at 30 days is that I get halfway to my goal, and that I have all of my things figured out by the end of that 30 days. So that is a way also to encourage me for other people with their goals, right? So it's another thing of like groups like this, connection. We are family here to connect with each other. Anyway, I thought I'd share all that with Chrysalin because she's been so supportive of me in so many ways. And I do want to say, before I go to this next love offering thing, that New York City, November 22nd, if you've thought about it, if it's crossed your mind, if you're thinking maybe, it's going to be a beautiful little gathering. I'm really excited about it. I always mention the garden grams, and I always mention giving to the garden if you'd like to give a love offering tonight. Some of you give a large chunk at the beginning of each month, so I just want to say thank you to those who have done that. I also want to say thank you to people who just show up and can't give, but they just want to be here with us, because I know that whatever I put out throughout this are seeds It really is literally seeds that I'm planting. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to continue doing the Garden of Good. And I am looking into the platform School, which is SKOOL, and it's a new platform that affords people like me the opportunity to make different kinds of content and have people subscribe. That way it's like a little bit more, I know what's coming in, I know what I'm doing, etc. I'm rolling that all around as I'm also thinking about the Kickstarter. So there's a lot going on, plus all of these travels and trips. I'm going to Austin, I'm going to New York, I'm going to Ocala, I'm going to San Diego. Those are the 4 trips for the rest of the year. And then New Year's Eve, I'm going to be in Atlanta doing Ministar at Unity Center of Atlanta, Unity North, which is a beautiful space. I'm very excited about that. So now I'd like to mention our affirmation card, and mine's really simple and obvious, but this is my affirmation card for the day. We are family. And this is to remind me that I'm not alone. You know, I appreciate what Martha said about lean on me being kind of like wistful, like a wistful feeling. And I just want you to know that we're here, Martha, and I appreciate you showing up every week. And I know, I mean, like I got a message today from Lisa Kay, from Sherry, from Jeannie, all telling me why they couldn't be here tonight. And that really actually means something to me. Like, it's so sweet when you guys be like, I have, like Lisa last week was like, I have a dental appointment or whatever, eye appointment. And so I'm going to be late, you know, and Chrysalyn telling me she has this, you know, marketing meeting or whatever. It means so much to me. It's like you care about the fact that you're not here. Like, we have created something really sweet and special here, but when you come and there's a smaller group, it doesn't mean anything. It just means that people are busy and doing their thing. So, home play. I really thought this could be a week where we notice what we carry, right? The patterns that we carry. Because this whole idea of I come from, I carry. Something that I noticed yesterday when I was with my partner, I come from unhappiness. I do. And so my default sometimes is to carry that energy of negativity, especially when I'm tired. Maybe anybody relates to that?
Or hungry.
Or hungry, angry, lonely, tired, right? Halt. So noticing that, just being aware of it, helps to release it. So honoring it, being like, you know what? I honor that I come from that. I honor that I come from some real fucking complainers, you know? But I'm going to release it. I'm going to release it this week. And I also invite you to walk with your ancestors. Like, if you go for walks, or if you're in a contemplative place, or you're sitting in your meditation, maybe just walk with your ancestors this week, honoring them. Because I think so often when we talk about family, we talk about the garbage that we inherited, right? We really do. But in every single person that shared tonight, I heard some positives. Even if there was one, I heard something good that we came from. And I'll tell you what, you came from them, and that's good. So thank you for that. And now I just want to invite you to have a tiny little meditative moment, tiny little closing meditation. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a breath. Hold it and then release it. Let's do that again. Take a breath. Hold it and release it. And one more time, take a breath. Hold it and release it. Feel yourself surrounded by all those who came before. Some you know, some you don't. Some hurt, some healed. See them standing beside you, not to control you, but to lift you. See those in front of you, future souls, nieces, nephews, students, strangers, beloveds. Here you are. Breathe into the blessing that you are. Breathe into the bloom that you are. Breathe into this moment. And say silently or out loud, I come from strength. I carry light. I come from strength. I carry light. I choose joy. And so it is. Have an amazing week. Say hello to your ancestors in your meditations. And take it very, very easy on yourself. I will stick around to say hi after the closing song. I love you. Bye-bye. Here we go. Play, pray, slay. In the dark gonna make good today. In the dark gonna create, elevate, celebrate, and love. I'm Amy from the GOG, Garden of Good Creativity. We get free, be me, work it effortlessly. Do what you love and then allow the prosperity. You got this. Make good, make it your own. You know you got the power in your mind, heart, body, and soul to grow dreams, grow faith, grow you. Create authentically in the garden of good. Give, live, and love. In a garden, gonna dig big and trust.